founding fathers of the United States were deeply influenced by ideas coming from the Age of Enlightenment, also known as the Age of Reason. The Enlightenment sprang forth in the 17th and 18th centuries in Western Europe and centered on values of human happiness, pursuit of knowledge, and the evidence of the senses and ideals such as natural law, liberty, progress, toleration, fraternity, constitutional government, and separation of church and state. The concept of the separation of powers, which divides governmental authority into three branches, legislative, executive, and judicial, has its roots in the political philosophy of Enlightenment philosophers such as English physician John Locke and French judge Charles Louis de Secondat, better known as Montesquieu. From this perspective, America's founding fathers incorporated the principle of the separation of powers into the design of the United States Constitution. The separation of government powers was a means of preventing tyranny and promoting liberty. Montesquieu's work, called The Spirit of the Laws, emphasized the importance of separating government powers to safeguard against despotism. The American colonists also had experience with British colonial governance, which included a system of checks and balances between the monarch, parliament, and the courts. During the Constitutional Convention of 1787, delegates engaged in extensive debates and negotiation over the structure of the new federal government. Influential figures such as James Madison, often referred to as the father of the Constitution, argued for the separation of powers as a fundamental principle of the new government. Critics of the proposed Constitution, known as the Anti-Federalists, also contributed to the debate over the separation of powers. They expressed concerns about the potential for centralized government to abuse power and advocated for safeguards to protect individual liberties. At this constitutional convention, founding fathers recognized the need to balance competing interests and concerns among the states. The resulting compromise led to the creation of a system in which the legislative, executive, and judicial branches were granted distinct powers and responsibilities. These three separate branches of government were crafted into the U.S. Constitution, attempting to ensure that no single branch entity could accumulate too much power, promoting a system of checks and balances.